This is Eric Muathe, Muathe.com, November 11th, 2020. Let's take a look here, and we're going to be taking a look at the aspect of negative divergence. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, we can see for the day, it's up nicely. A little bit off the highs of the session. The high for the session was at 15,981. All right, let's take a look, and I'm going to keep it simple again. As I mentioned, from an educational standpoint, this is how to anticipate potential, and I insist and repeat, it is potential, because we can never really be 100% certain about any setup, but we can just start kind of leaning towards some consideration. Before I do that, let's take a look at the daily, because the daily has some information that we also need to consider, which is right now the daily continues to hold above RSI 69.1. And as long as the daily is above 69.1, this means that the crypto bulls should be enjoying further sideways to higher market setup, as long as the RSI remains above 69.1. Now, back to the topic of negative divergence. We can see right now, as of the day, we've seen a push to a fresh intraday high right here. But we can see that the RSI is not responding in step. There's a little bit of a dip on the RSI, especially if we start seeing things coiling down hour to hour. Oh, by the way, this is the 4 hourly. So if this turns down, if this confirms resistance here, then there is your negative divergence. And we'll see whether this is going to be good enough to start pulling things lower. Keep in mind, the RSI on the daily would have to drop below 69.1 for there to be a meaningful drop in Bitcoin and the cryptos at large. Now, I'm leaning to this setup based on also what the general markets are doing. But one thing I should also not forget to mention is another reason is we see the RSI right now showing that it is trading just under RSI 61.8. And if you are familiar with my work, I always say that negative divergence, where we have the RSIs failing to hold above the 61.8 level, thereabouts, tends to be the strongest negative divergence. So I'm going to turn this into an observational educational video. Let's see what happens. As long as the RSI on the daily is above 69.1, again, this is the key. The daily being above 69.1 holds the key. As long as it is above that number, we need to understand the power of this is sideways to higher, and it would need a break below this level for there to be a sizable reversal lower. So that's a 69.1 level. And something else I should also mention on the 4 hourly, don't expect a big down move in the cryptos until the following line is broken, which is the RSI lows line. This line would have to break first and foremost before there can be any sizable drop in the cryptos. Eric Muathe, Muathe.com. Quick look at cryptos right there. And there is your BTC. Quick snapshot of the market just for the sake of relevancy and for perspective. Love light, light love. Namaste.